Hello all. So in today's video we'll discuss about Nyquist plot with some more examples. So the first example, sketch the Nyquist plot, then find the range of K for closed loop stability. In the last video we discussed about many examples where we determine only about the closed loop stability, and here in this question they have asked us to determine the range of system gain K, and the difference here there is one pole at origin in the given open loop transfer function. The given open loop transfer function K divided by S into S plus 1 into S plus 2. First we will plot the pole 0 plot. S is 0, one pole, S is minus 1, the second pole, S is minus 2, the third pole. So capital P which it indicates the number of poles lying on the right hand side of S plane. Capital P it is 0. For the given open loop transfer function P it is 0. The Nyquist path, when one pole at origin, the small semicircle it occurs where this radius r tends to 0, and the bigger semicircle which it is from plus j infinity to minus j infinity, that radius it is r tends to infinity. So this is the required Nyquist path when pole is at origin. Now first we will find out for the section 1. The section 1, before starting with respect to section 1, we will write the magnitude and phase angle expression, where the magnitude, the first step we have to substitute S as j omega. Frequency domain response we are doing. So S is equivalent to j omega, g of j omega, h of j omega, which is equivalent to K divided by j omega into j omega plus 1 into j omega plus 2. Here let us take the magnitude, K magnitude, it is K. Here it is root of omega square plus 0 square. So omega is the magnitude. For the second term, root of omega square plus 1 square, so which is second term. Third term magnitude, root of omega square plus 2 square. So this is third term magnitude. For the K, the angle it is 0 degree. For omega which is present in the denominator, which it gives 90 degree. For this, tan inverse imaginary part by real part, tan inverse omega by 1. For the third term, tan inverse omega by real part it is 2. So tan inverse omega by 2. Now separate magnitude and phase angle. So when the denominator tan inverse, when it comes to the numerator, which it comes as minus. So this 90 degree minus 90 degree minus tan inverse omega minus tan inverse omega by 2. So magnitude m, the phase angle alpha. Now we will see the first section, the path it is AB. The path it is A to B, that is the first section what we have taken, where omega value it varies from 0 to infinity. So when we take the sections, here this it is plus j0, this is minus j0. This axis it is imaginary axis. So this omega value here it is 0, which it is closer to 0. Origin it is there, which it is very close to 0. So this it is considered as j0, and this it is there above the real part. So it is plus j0, and this it is plus j infinity. Here at this point again this it is, because this small circle, this small semicircle radius it is r tends to 0. So again this point E it is considered as minus j0, and point D it is minus j infinity. So first section we will take it from plus j0 to plus j infinity, the section from A to B. So omega value it varies from 0 to infinity. That is what here we have done. Omega value it varies from 0 to infinity. So when omega is 0, the magnitude value when omega is 0, 1 by 0, infinity. K by 0 it is infinity. Magnitude it is infinity. And phase angle tan inverse infinity it is 0. Again omega is 0. So tan inverse 0. Omega is 0. So tan inverse 0 it is 0. Tan inverse 0 by 2 it is tan inverse 0, 0. So angle minus degree. So when omega is 0, magnitude it is infinity, angle it is minus 90 degree, which it represents A dash point. Now let us check B dash point. When omega is plus infinity, 1 divided by infinity, k divided by infinity, so the magnitude it is 0, minus 90 degree, tan inverse of infinity it is minus 90 degree, tan inverse of infinity minus 90 degree, so minus 90, minus 90, minus 90, minus 270 degree. So at omega is infinity, B dash point it refers 0, angle minus 270 degree. Now the next section what we have taken it is path BCD. Path BCD. For path BCD, omega value it varies from infinity to plus infinity to minus infinity. Omega value it varies from plus infinity to minus infinity. And phase angle, this line which it indicates plus 90, point B plus 90 degree, point C it is at 0 degree, point D it is at minus 90 degree. And where S to be substituted as capital R e to the power j theta, and R tends to infinity. S is not substituted by j omega. Here it is, we are taking the semicircle path BCD where S is equivalent to capital R e to the power j theta, where limit R tends to infinity. The radius of that BCD path from origin it is infinity. So limit R tends to infinity, k divided by, where S term it is replaced by R e to the power j theta. So this is this step. In the next step, when we come, because R tends to, radius R it tends to infinity, when we compare with this term, 1 will be negligible amount and 2 will be negligible, so both are eliminated. So this R e to the power j theta, R e to the power j theta, R e to the power j theta. So R cube, in the denominator we will get R cube e to the power j 3 theta. So k divided by R cube e to the power j 3 theta, where R tends to infinity. Now when we make R tends to infinity, k by infinity, this it becomes 0, and e to the power j theta, here phase angle it is represented by 3 theta, and when we take this 3 theta to the numerator, which it becomes minus 3 theta, where theta value it varies from, for the path BCD, the theta it varies from plus 90 degree, 0 degree and minus 90 degree. So theta if we substitute plus 90, 0 and minus 90, we will get this point it lies at 0, where minus 273 into plus 90, minus 3 into plus 90, minus 3 into 0, minus 3 into minus 90. So minus 270 degree, 0 degree plus 270 degree. So this point 0 at minus 270 degree, B dash, 0, 0 degree, C dash, 0 plus 270 degree, D dash point. So if we see these 3 points, so for all these 3 points, B dash, C dash and D dash, the magnitude value it is 0. Irrespective of the angle, whichever may be the angle line, if we take, if it is at 0, that means all these points it is mapped into the origin of G into H of S plane. Now third section, path DA. Path DA, path EA, we are taking path E to A. Now this path E to A, here the radius it is small r which it tends to 0. So when we take this path EA, we are not doing the path D to E, because D to E path will be the mirror image of A to B path. So it is not required to do the calculation part for the path DE. Now we have to do the analysis for the small circle, small semicircle, which the path that is from E to A, where small r, the radius is small r, it is represented as small r, which it tends to 0. So for this path E to A, we have to substitute S, it tends to small r e to the power j theta, and small r it tends to 0. So here the path DA, the path D dash A dash, it is a mirror image of path A dash B dash. So we are not doing that particular section. So next section we are coming. Next section it is the path EFA. F I forgot to tell. So the path, the small semicircle path, it is taken as the path EFA. The path that is taken as EFA, where at S it is substituted as limit r tends to 0, small r e to the power j theta, and that angle we didn't check, theta value E, it is at minus 90 degree, F 0 degree, A plus 90 degree. Minus 90 degree, 0 degree, plus 90 degree. E, F, A. Now, in the given open loop transfer function, we substituted S as r e to the power j phi, not theta, j phi. Just to differentiate between the r tends to infinity, the bigger semicircle, and the smaller semicircle, here the angle is taken as phi. Now, where this r value, it is tends to 0. So when we compare these two terms, this term it becomes negligible. So here only 1 it retains. Again here, since r tends to 0, this term it will become negligible amount. So we will have only 2. So r e to the power phi into 1 into 2. K divided by r e to the power j phi into 1 into 2. Where r tends to 0, when we in this expression, when we put r tends to 0, k divided by 0, so the magnitude it becomes infinity. Magnitude it becomes infinity. And so the phase angle it is 1 by phi, and when we take this phase angle to the numerator, which it becomes minus phi. Now in this phi we have to substitute these three angles. For all these three angles, the magnitude it is infinity. So minus into minus 90 plus 90, 0 degree, minus into plus 90, minus 90 degree. E dash, F dash, A dash. Now all the 4 sections we got it. Now we will go for the final sketch. Now the first section, infinity minus 90 degree, 0 minus 270 degree. The first section, infinity minus 90 degree, 0 minus 270. This is first section. So infinity minus 90 degree line, this line which it indicates minus 90 degree line. Now here infinity point, A dash point. So instead of keeping it here, we can keep it somewhere here also. Both it gives the same meaning. So infinity point, instead of taking here, they have taken infinity here, that it is coming from somewhere. So infinity point at minus 90 degree line, it is taken here, which it is A dash point, and 0 minus 270. So this is minus 270, 0 line. So when it goes from minus 90 to minus 270, minus 90, then minus 180, then minus 270. So this path should cross minus 180, then move to minus 270 degree line, minus 270 degree line. So this is the path from infinity minus 90 degree line, it crosses minus 180 degree line and it approaches to 0 minus 270 degree line. So this is the direction, and the magnitude, it is varying from infinity to 0. So from the maximum infinity, so slowly gradually it should reduce and come to 0. So this is the first path. And third section will be the mirror, as we have seen here. Third section, it is mirror image of path A dash B dash. That here itself we will mark it. Third section, it is a mirror image of A dash B dash. So this is the mirror image. And direction finally we will check, because from the previous point we have to continue. For this third section, at the last I will tell the direction. Now, section 2, it is at origin. So section 2, it is at origin B dash, C dash, D dash, these points. Now, section 4, infinity plus 90, 0, minus 90. So from here, infinity plus 90. This point it indicates the path, it is E dash, F dash, A dash. So infinity plus 90, E dash point, F dash, infinity 0, infinity plus 90, from there infinity 0. So this is the path. Infinity minus 90, infinity minus 90. So this is the path. Now section 4 should continue from section 3. So section 3, B dash, it's a terminal point, D dash, A dash. A dash is the terminal. So for section 3, D to E. So D is the starting point. D is the starting point for section 3. E is the terminal point. So D is the starting point where we have drawn the mirror image. So when D is the starting point, this is the direction. D is the starting point, and here we check this is the E dash point. Yes, and E dash is the terminal point. So this is the direction for that mirror image for section 2. So this, it indicates the first path, it indicates section 1, and origin B dash, C dash, D dash, which it indicates section 2, and mirror image, the dotted line what it had shown, that it indicates section 2, and from plus infinity, infinity plus 90 degree, infinity 0 degree, infinity minus 90 degree. This it indicates section 4. So this is the final root locus, final Nyquist plot. Now, if we have to determine about the stability, the intersection point in minus 180 degree line, it is taken as x dash. So we don't know whether from origin to this x dash point, it is x dash is lying after minus 1 plus j0 or less than minus 1 plus j0 point. We don't know this magnitude value. Once if we know the magnitude value, only then we know whether minus 1 plus j0 is it encircled by this Nyquist plot or not. Once if it is encircled, then we have to calculate the encirclement. first, in the next step, we need to calculate this magnitude. So to calculate the magnitude, to find M1 in minus 180 degree line, so at that at x dash point, it is placed on minus 180 degree line. So at the point of x dash, the angle of given open loop transfer function, it is equivalent to minus 180 degree. So angle of given transfer function, open loop transfer function, minus 90 degree minus tan inverse omega by 2, which is equivalent to minus 180 degree. Now simplify this. When you simplify and you equate it to minus 180 degree, and if you simplify these steps, we will get omega value as root 2 radian per second. So at omega is root 2 radian per second, this omega, it is phase crossover frequency. As per this graph, at omega is root 2, this Nyquist plot, it crosses this minus 180 degree line. The frequency at which the Nyquist plot, it crosses minus 180 degree line, that it is called as phase crossover frequency. So by doing this step, the frequency whatever we have calculated, that frequency it is called as phase crossover frequency. Now at phase crossover frequency, what is the magnitude? At that frequency, omega is omega pc. Phase crossover frequency, it is called as omega is omega pc. This frequency, it is called as omega pc, phase crossover frequency. So at omega is omega pc, if we calculate the magnitude of the given open loop transfer function, then this length will be known for us. That is what we are going to do it now. Calculate magnitude of g of j omega, h of j omega at omega is root 2. Omega is root 2 is phase crossover frequency. The given transfer function, it is there in terms of k by 6. It is given in with unknown system gain k. So after substituting omega is root 2, we are getting k by 6. Now the question here, determine the range of k for the closed loop stability. So in the given question, they are stating that determine the k for the system to be stable. So if the system to be stable, k by 6 value should be at this point. Now this length is k by 6. For the system to be stable, k by 6 should be less than minus 1. So minus 1 plus j0 point should not be encircled. Only then the system will be stable. So with respect to that condition, for the system to be stable, see P is 0, n must be 0 for z to be 0. There should not be any encirclement. Because already P is 0. So n must be 0 for z to be 0. So n will be 0 if and only if minus 1 plus j0 point is not encircled by the Nyquist plot. So for n to be 0, magnitude m1 at omega is omega pc should be less than 1. So the magnitude what we have calculated by substituting omega is omega pc, which is equivalent to root 2, the value it is k by 6, which should be less than 1. So k value should be less than 6. So since k is always positive, for closed loop stability, k lies between 0 to 6. For the system to be stable, the system gain value must be lie between 0 to 6. This is how we have to calculate system gain for the system to be stable. The next example, using Nyquist stability criterion, investigate the stability of closed loop system whose open loop transfer function is given by g of s and h of s, phi divided by s into s plus 1. Here also in this example there is a pole at origin. So let us mark the pole on 0. So there is no 0. So two poles, one it is at origin, the other one it is at minus 1. So here capital P it is 0 because there is no pole, it is placed in the right hand side of S plane. Here they have not asked us to calculate the system gain, they have asked us to investigate the stability of closed loop system. So there is no pole in the right hand side of S plane. Now whenever if there is a pole at origin, then the Nyquist path will have a small semicircle where r tends to 0 and the big semicircle where r tends to infinity. So the omega value is from A, the sections are A to B, B, C, D, second section, third section D to E, the fourth section A, E, F, A. So the first section, the limit it is plus J0 to plus J infinity, the second section plus J infinity, 0, minus J infinity, the third section minus J infinity to minus J0, and fourth section minus J0, 0 plus J0. For the third section we will not do the calculation because the third section it is mirror image of the first section. We will do the analysis only for section 1, section 2 and section 4. And for the section B, C, D, we will substitute S value as capital R e to the power j theta, where theta it varies from plus 90, 0, minus 90 and r tends to infinity. For the small semicircle section 4, E, F, A, S is substituted by S is small r e to the power j phi, where small r it tends to 0 and angle it is, this is minus 90 degree line, minus 90 degree, 0, plus 90 degree. For the given function, first we have to write the magnitude. We have written the magnitude and we have to write by substituting S as j omega, we have to write, that is the initial step. Then separate magnitude and phase angle for the given transfer function. So phi divided by omega into 90 root of omega square plus 1 into tan inverse omega. Here omega separate magnitude term and phase angle term. So phase angle, when we take it to the numerator, we have to put minus value. And in the first section, for the first section, this is for first section. This is for section 1. First section, where the first section A to B, omega it varies from 0 to infinity. Omega varies from 0 to infinity. When omega is 0, magnitude it is infinity. When omega is infinity, magnitude it is 0. When omega is 0, tan inverse 0, 0, so minus 90 degree. When omega is infinity, tan inverse infinity it is minus 90, already minus is there. Tan inverse infinity it is 90, so minus 180 degree. So this is point A dash, this is point B dash. So it is from omega is 0, infinity 90 point. So infinity 90 point, we can, it is like, since it is infinity, they are stating that it is coming from somewhere far, so they are not touching this line. Even if we touch and draw, that also it is correct. Both the representations are correct. So infinity minus 90 degree line, this point it is taken as A dash, and B dash it is 0 minus 180. So 0 minus 180 degree here. So join these point and A dash to B dash. So this is the direction. So this is for first section. And section 2, it is for the section BCD, where theta value it varies from plus 90, 0, minus 90, and S is substituted as r e to the power j theta, where r tends to infinity. So take that and substitute it. However, we have done in the previous example, same way proceeded. When we compare, because here r tends to infinity, when we compare with this term it becomes a negligible amount. So we are removing it. R square e to the power j2 theta, 5 is there in the numerator. And when r tends to infinity, okay, 5 divided by r square, this angle can be written as magnitude here 1, angle it is 2 theta. So when r tends to infinity, 5 by infinity, that it becomes 0, angle it is minus 2 theta. So theta, if you put plus 90, 0, minus 90, will get 0, angle minus 180 degree, 0 degree, plus 180 degree. These 3 points it indicates B dash, C dash, D dash. And BCD path, it is at origin. So in all the examples, if we see that BCD point, it represents origin point. It maps onto the origin. Now section 3. Section 3, as we discussed, that is mirror image of the path A dash, B dash. When we draw the final sketch, I will show that how we are drawing the mirror image. And section 4, EFA, the angle it is minus 90 degree, 0 degree, plus 90 degree. S is substituted as r e to the power j5, where r tends to 0. So G E of S, H of S, where S is replaced by r into e to the power j5. So that is the replacement what we are doing. And here r tends to 0, comparing to this path, 1 has a higher value, so this it becomes negligible. So r into e to the power j5, and when r tends to 0, 1 by 0 it becomes infinity, angle it becomes minus 5. So if you put this angle, this point which it indicates infinity, magnitude it is infinity, plus 90 degree, 0, minus 90 degree. Now all the 4 sections we have analyzed. We'll come to the final sketch. So this is first section. First section, infinity, minus, this is minus 90 degree line. This is minus 90 degree line. Infinity, minus 90 degree to 0, minus 180 degree. This is first section. Infinity minus 90 degree to infinity minus 0, minus 180 degree. So this is first section. The third section will be mirror image. So from 0 to minus. So this point, origin point, it represents B dash, C dash, D dash. Section 3, if we see here, section 3, this point it is D. So D should be the starting point. So for section 3, D should be the starting point and it should terminate at E dash. So this is the direction for that mirror image. Then second section, section 2, it is at origin B dash, C dash, D dash. This is that point. And third section, infinity plus 90. So from here E dash, 0, infinity, F dash, minus 0, infinity, 0 degree. F dash point it is infinity magnitude 0 degree. A dash point, infinity minus 90 degree. So from E dash, the direction from E dash, F dash to A dash. So this is the final Nyquist sketch for the given open loop transfer function. Now here, so the intersection point of minus 180, it is happening only at origin. So from this obtained sketch, final sketch, it is very clear that minus 1 plus j0 point, this is minus 1. It's very clear that minus 1 plus j0 point, which is not encircled by the Nyquist plot. As per the given example, capital P it is 0. Capital P it is 0. Principles of argument or Nyquist stability criterion, where capital Z it is equivalent to P plus N. So here P is 0, N it is the number of capital P, it is roots which are lying on the right hand side of S plane from the given transfer function, which it is 0, and number of encirclement from the final sketch we will obtain, which it is 0. So 0 plus 0, 0. So for the system to be stable, Z should be equivalent to 0. So here we obtain Z is equivalent to 0. So hence the closed loop system it is stable. So the given transfer function is open loop transfer function. From the open loop transfer function, we are giving the conclusion for the system stability for the closed loop system. So the closed loop system it is stable. In the previous example, here Z is equivalent to P plus N. This is Nyquist stability criterion or principle of argument. Here in the first example, as per the given open loop transfer function, P is 0, P is 0, and for the system to be stable, here they have asked us to determine the system gain. So for the system to be stable, Z value must be equivalent to 0. So when these two are 0, N is equivalent to 0. From the given open loop transfer function, capital P it is 0, and for the system to be stable, Z should be equivalent to 0. When these Z and P are 0, N will be 0 if and only if minus 1 plus J0 point is not encircled by the Nyquist plot. N also must be 0 in this case. When N will become 0, the Nyquist plot should not encircle the point minus 1 plus J0 point. With respect to that condition, the magnitude M1 it is less than 1. So we'll move to the third example. Second example we discuss now. We'll move to the third example. So it's similar to the previous example. In the previous example, here the transfer function, open loop transfer function was 5 divided by S into S plus 1. Here in the third example it's taken as 5 divided by S into S minus 1. So for this given system, we are determining the closed loop system stability. So we'll mark the poles on 0. The procedure it follows the same. So poles on zeros is not there for the given open loop transfer function. The one pole it is at origin 0, and one pole it is at right hand side of S plane, it is plus 1. So capital P it is 1. What are the examples till now we have seen? We had seen capital P was 0. So this is the first example what we are seeing, where capital P it is 1. Now whenever pole is at origin, this is the Nyquist contour or Nyquist path. Now we'll move to the sections. 4 sections will come. So first section, by substituting S as j omega, we are taking. So same way we are going doing the same procedure. So we are getting 2 points: infinity minus 270 degree, 0 minus 180 degree, point A dash and point B dash. By varying omega is 0 and infinity. The second section, BCD, the procedure it is same. So BCD point always it is at origin. Next section 3, it is a mirror image of first section. Now section 4, we have to substitute S as r into e to the power j phi, where r, the small r, it tends to 0. So limit r tends to 0, phi divided by r e to the power j phi into r e to the power j phi minus 1. Minus 1 it is greater than this point, so this will become negligible since r tends to 0. So here the difference it is minus 1. So the angle, if it is positive, there won't be any angle, since it's a minus 1, which it gives one angle 180 degree. Whenever we get minus 1 in the denominator, that it gives one angle 180 degree. So r e to the power j phi angle 1 into phi minus 1, it is 1 into 180 degree. And determine 5 divided by r into 180 degree plus phi. If we have to take this to the numerator, 1 by r, so r tends to 0, magnitude it will be infinity, the angle it is minus 180 degree, minus 5. This is the only difference between the previous example and this example. All other procedure it is same. So change phi value from minus 90, 0 plus 90. This is the point what we get it, E dash, F dash, A dash. Infinity minus degree, 90 degree, infinity minus 180 degree, infinity minus 270 degree. So the first point, first section, infinity minus 270, 0 minus 180, infinity minus 270. So this is minus 270, infinity minus 270, 0 minus 180. A dash, infinity A dash, the second point, what is that point? A dash B dash point, A dash B dash. Infinity from here, infinity minus 270, 0 minus 180. So this is 0 minus 180. Infinity minus 270 point, this point it is 0 minus 180 degree point. So this is A dash B dash. Now section 3 it is mirror image. So this is the dotted line which it indicates the mirror image, and for the third section the starting point it is DE, D dash. So D dash it is BCD point, that is at origin. So D dash is the starting point. So D dash E dash. So this is the direction. And now fourth section we need to check. For the fourth section, infinity minus 90 degree. First we will check that point. Infinity minus 90 degree. So minus 90 degree here, infinity point. So E dash is the starting point. E dash is the starting point for fourth section. The second one, infinity minus 180. So infinity minus 180 from E dash, infinity minus 90, infinity minus 180, F dash, then infinity minus 270, A dash. So this is the final sketch for the given open loop transfer function. This is the final Nyquist sketch for the given open loop transfer function. From origin, this point which it indicates infinity radius, that is why that infinity it is represented. Now for the system we have to check whether the system it is stable or not. Minus 1 plus j0 point, this radius it is infinity. From origin, f dash point it is infinity, which it indicates minus 1 plus j0 point it is encircle. So the encirclement we have to check how many times it is encircled. So here only once it is encircled in the clockwise direction. So in the clockwise direction if it is encircled, then capital N it is equivalent to plus 1. If it is an anti-clockwise direction, then it is minus 1. So in clockwise direction it is 1 encirclement it is happened. So capital N it is equivalent to plus 1. And as per the given example, capital P, number of poles lying on the right hand side of the S-plane, it is 1. So capital P it is 1. Capital P it is 1, N it is 1. So as per the Nyquist stability criterion, Z is equivalent to P plus N. So Z is equivalent to 1 plus 1. For the system to be stable, Z value must be equivalent to 0. But we obtain here 2. Z is equivalent to 2. So which it indicates 2 number of zeros are lying on the right hand side of S-plane for the given open loop transfer function. Or in the other way, 2 number of poles are lying on the right hand side of S-plane for the closed loop transfer function. Even if one pole, if it lies on the right hand side of the S-plane for the closed loop system, then the closed loop system it becomes unstable. Here 2 poles are lying on the right hand side of the S-plane, so the closed loop system it is unstable. So with this examples I will complete the polar plot and next plot lecture. Thank you.